So all biologists or all scientists who do research start with the scientific method, and it's the first thing you learn in elementary school or middle school about science. So scientific method starts out with ask a question. So for example, the Cleveland Clinic just did the first uterine transplant I think it was, what was it?
Middle of February?
Yeah, end of February, so a couple weeks ago. So in order to do that, they had to ask a question. So is a uterine transplant possible? So then you'd have to do background research on that. Has anyone done that before? Actually, no one's ever done that in the United States before, but they have done it in other countries. So again, do background research on how others have done that in the past, and then form a hypothesis of how you're going to carry out your experiment. And then test your hypothesis via experimentation, which is, it's weird when you're dealing with a live human being because you can't really experiment because if you mess up really bad, you're going to kill a person. So then after you experiment, then you analyze the data and draw conclusions from the results. And then you either accept or reject or refine your hypothesis based on your data.
So with that method in mind, biologists have contributed a lot to society. So with specifically doctors, a lot of doctors start out as biology or biochem majors, and they get the basis for what they need to go on to medical school. So with doctors, they provide preventative care to society, help people not get injuries and keep them healthy. And then on the other side of it, treatment. So if someone does get sick, what medicine are they going to prescribe, or what course of treatment are they going to follow? And with research, with biology as well, there's research. And through research, we've had breakthroughs in finding medications. Penicillin, very commonly prescribed now, but that was through research that biologists and other scientists did. And like Taylor talked about, the organ transplant of the uterus, breakthroughs like that happen through all the research that biologists do.
So our connection to our case study, we're doing how nutrition affects learning and students in school. So biology has a lot to do with this especially, and I'm kind of interested in it because I'm a nutrition freak. I eat pretty healthy. So I kind of want to look at how, what schools are feeding students what, and like what that does in your body. I know a lot of kids eat breakfast at their schools, and most of that breakfast is like pancakes and maple syrup, which is, there's just no nutritional value in that. So it's actually pretty interesting to research that topic.
And so Taylor, I know you were especially interested in the chemical, biological side of what it does to our body. And I was interested in it. We're going to get into more of our branches off of biology, what we're interested in. But I was more interested in like the public health side of it, and programs or models that we can follow to implement change, to help people change their behaviors and live healthier lives, be more active.
So the grad program that I want to apply to is the physician assistant program. And so it would be a master's program in physician assistant studies. Some of the general requirements are a 3.0 GPA, but the average of accepted students is around like a 3.6, 3.7. Super competitive. You have to have certain prerequisites to apply. So your anatomy, physiology, 1 and 2, organic chemistry, and biology, and other psychology classes and things of that nature. 3 letters of recommendation, usually 1 from a PA, 1 from a licensed medical doctor, and then 1 from someone you know personally. And you have to have some schools, this really depends on the school, but you have to have some sort of shadowing experience, whether that's hands-on. A lot of the public schools require 1,000 hours of hands-on experience, which is, you basically have to work for 6 months straight, full-time, in order to get 1,000 hands-on experience hours. But for me, the schools I'm applying to, I just need to shadow. So it usually ranges from like 40 to 100 hours. I'll probably have close to 125 shadowing hours when I'm done. But that's really cool. I've had some really good shadowing experiences. I've seen surgeries. The ER was fun because some guy sliced his arm all up, and my physician assistant actually had to put like 150 staples in both of his arms. It was a mess. There was blood everywhere. The guy had hepatitis C. Most people would think that's weird, but I love it. Most programs are between 24 to 30 months. And then I put, if you can survive the 24 to 30 months, you can live the rest of your life in perfect harmony. It is pretty grueling. I know a lot of people in physician assistant programs that like literally hate their lives. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm up for the challenge, and hopefully I get that opportunity.